Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot. This is a love reading for you. It's a random love reading. It's timeless. Single, coupled, situationship, relationship, on boardership, doesn't matter, okay? This is for everyone who happens upon it. There will be a message for you. Okay, I'm using the Ethereal Love Tarot. No, Ethereal Romance Tarot. Very, very beautiful cards, and they feel just right for this occasion. Go get yourself a cup of tea. I've got one. Maybe some elasticated trousers. I've got some. Shall we take the first card? Okay. Nice. I'm going to take one more. And those are going to be like our overall energy cards. As I'm doing this reading, we're kind of moving from 2023. We're coming to the end of 2023, aren't we? And we're moving into 2024. So I have kind of got my eye on that a little. Oof. Okay. First card we get is the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is obviously a very junior version of the Pentacle card. So it's an apprentice. It's something that is building slowly. So this is a card that's telling us that we're looking here at the long game. Whatever is going on in your individual situation right now, this is not something for the next few days, okay? This is something as we move into the new year, as we move into 2024. It's Earth signs, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but it's more the tone of it, okay, than the specifics. So the tone of this is earthy, reliable, consistent, kind, which I think is a word not always used with the Pentacle cards. Generally, Pentacle cards are to do with work. They're to do with kindness. They're to do with giving, practicality, security. So all these things will be on your mind, but also not just on your mind, they will be in your thoughts when you come to measure your relationships, when you come to experience them and what you're looking for. Now, if you can do this, okay, pause the video and just either grab your phone or maybe you're watching it on your phone, grab a piece of paper, old school, and just write down the top 3 things that are non-negotiable for you in a relationship. Don't relate it to a particular person, even though you may have a particular person in mind. Forget that. This is you, okay? We're talking about you and only you. Put down the first 3 things that come to mind. Don't even qualify them. You don't have to apologize or explain. Just put them down and be honest with yourself. Okay? First and foremost, this is about being honest with ourselves. That Page of Pentacles is about radical honesty with ourselves. It doesn't matter if you fear you can't achieve it, if you think there'll never be it, I don't care. Put those 3 things down and we'll have them in the background for the reading, and you're going to keep them for you as you move into the new year. Okay? So there. Right, we then have the King of Swords. King of Swords is a funny old chap, isn't he? The King of Swords is an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it can be somebody who is logical, somebody with good communication skills, but maybe not loads of empathy. Somebody who is intelligent. They can be witty. They can be funny. They can have those Gemini traits, you know, of being able to talk at parties or being able to make you laugh. They can have those Aquarian traits of just being a little bit off the wall, a little bit eccentric, okay? And the Libran traits of finding balance, taking both sides. The King of Swords is many things, and at the moment is coming up quite innocently. Occasionally, the King of Swords can be coming up because you're dealing with somebody who doesn't know how to express feelings. Often, if you get this card and you are an empath, then you're in a situation where somebody isn't expressing their feelings to you, and you maybe are expressing yours to them, or you're wishing that they had the language. That is what some of you are caught up with at the moment. Okay, So we have a little framework there. I've got some shadow cards here in case we need those, and have a feeling we might. But let's carry on and get more specific, okay? If this resonates with you when you get to the end of the reading, there will be an extended reading. In the extended reading, we take this whole reading, which is a full reading in itself, and we get a bit weird. We channel messages from your person, we get more decks out, we have a look at how do they feel about you, and we drill down into whatever came up in this reading. So if you get to the end and you feel that that's for you, there will be a link in the description box. Okay, 2 more cards, please. Can we drill down a bit more in this situation? That one. Ooh, okay. Right. First off, we have the Fool. This is a gorgeous energy card because it's clean. It's like a 0. Nothing has happened. It's a new journey. It's a new adventure. It's a new beginning. It doesn't always mean a completely new beginning in the same way that the tarot, literally in the major arcana, runs from 0 through to the world and then it keeps going. Like Ouroboros, the snake that eats itself, where its mouth is in its tail is in its mouth. In my end is my beginning. And the reason I say this, because the Fool is very often brand new start, you know, you're fearless, you're kind of, yeah, come on, let's hold my nose and jump. But with tarot, of course, you're looking at the card next to it as well. And it comes up with the 6 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Cups is a card of longing. It's the card of childhood sweethearts. We can see it here. It's very clearly depicted. It's sometimes more than that. So, it's a childhood sweetheart card. It's a card of nostalgia. It's a card of missing somebody. I'm thinking there of the mythic tarot where you've got Psyche sitting on the rock in a wet nightie and Eros has run off and she's missing him and she's got the cup and the flowers in her hair. But sometimes, and I'm getting this as well, it's giving me an itchy ear, which is a good sign. Sometimes the 6 of Cups comes up when there's a real tie between you and another person. And that tie is difficult to explain in the 3D. Difficult to experience in the 3D. And it can be, and I might do that actually, I've just got some cards that are angel number cards, and I'm also going to take one of those. Oh, this is too exciting. Right. Okay. It can be that there is this huge connection. I'm just looking for my angel cards. This huge connection between you and this person. And you can't explain it. You wish that you could, but you can't, okay? And it just, you're not really meant to at the moment. I don't know what I mean by that completely, but it's a hunch that I have got. If only I had a hunch about where I put my angel numbers cards, people. One moment, I'm just going to find them because it's really, really important. Of course they were right under my nose. Okay. Woohoo! Let's have one of these because I don't normally stop and start a video to look for some cards. Okay, and this is to do with this 6 of Cups as well. Ooh. Oh, by the way, Valentine joins us, the cat. There she is, having a wash. Valentine is an Aquarius. Oh, there it is. That's interesting. So I dropped the cards, but one floated onto the table. Dropping cards, by the way, for me is a very good auspicious sign, which is a good thing because I do it quite a lot. Right, 2 cards face up. Ooh. First one I get is 808. Now is a time of abundance, prosperity, financial blessings. Yes, please. You're supported by the universe in manifesting abundance in all areas of your life. And do you remember when you wrote down the 3 non-negotiables? You can take those non-negotiables, because they might have been a bit negative when you wrote them down. Spin them into something very positive for the future. This is what manifesting is about. So let's say you want someone you can trust. You want someone who is generous, and you want someone who is kind. Okay? Spin them back into something positive. Write them down again. This is going to start part of your vision board. Okay? Whether you want to do that on an app, whether you want to do that scribbling or in your head, doesn't matter. You're building the vision. And it doesn't matter if you're with this person already, single, not met them, or half met them. Still good. Angels are guiding you to align your thoughts, belief and actions with prosperity and to trust in abundance. Okay? And then we get 202. Angel Hour 202, or 2 minutes past 2, carries a message of love and compassion. A reminder to extend kindness and understanding to everyone around you, not just to this person, okay? They're urging you to nurture all your relationships. So this is all your relationships with people you see that you don't know in the street, people you know really well, like your family and friends, everybody. This is about building a bubble of love. It's like building such a feeling of love around you that it's a cushion, that it feels very safe and secure. And the side effect that that has, especially those of you dealing with this King of Swords, the side effect that that has is that it brings about a certain easiness, and the universe likes that. The 6 of Cups, a very sweet card though it is, and it is a very sweet card, does have this aspect of a tie, of a kind of, I don't know, it's like what I call a mixing of blessings. It's the only way I can put it. Let's have that card that just fell on my knee. Oh yes, this is what I'm getting at. Right, let's take 2 for this. No. This is something that you're puzzling about a lot, because the cards feel puzzly, if that makes sense. That one. Okay, cool. Yeah. This is the feeling you may get. And you may be having this, and it's maybe why you clicked on this reading. We've got the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups is a card of, rather than manifesting, hoping, wishing, praying, and magical thinking. And it's a very fine line, especially if you're an empath, or like me, you're a water sign. You have the power to manifest, but you also have the power to go off into a bit of a dreamland. That isn't really where you want to be. When we turn into 2024, it's going to be a very measurable year. So if you think about making those 3 priorities that you have, those 3 priorities and the 3 things that you strongly want to manifest are not airy-fairy. They're not up in the sky. They're not wishing and hoping. You're feeling a strong conviction that you deserve those things. Absolutely. And when you build up your relationships with others, and it's a bit like building up muscle, you have so much love coming out of you and coming back to you that you don't necessarily pin all your hopes on one person. And even if you do, it's just not got that quality of, you know, this has come up in a reading about a year ago where this person is behind glass. And I'm really getting that for you now. You know, like a sweet shop, or it's more than being a sweet shop though. This person is behind glass for many of you, and you can't see them properly. It's like they're a vision or a ghost or a fading person behind this glass. And the 7 of Cups is where you wish and you hope and you pray and you beg with yourself. No more of that energy. Okay, no more of that energy. The Knight of Wands is here. This is also the energy of rushing. Now, for some of you, you may get rushed by a situation. There may be something to do with timing. But for others of you, this could be a fire sign in your chart. This could be that you have fire in your chart in certain areas, certain houses, and you're just feeling very, I can't leave this, I can't not do this. That's a feeling of urgency. There's a feeling of urgency about this that I think we don't need, okay? Any love reading I do, obviously I always want you to get the best outcome for yourself. So if you have panic, if you have urgency, if you have a feeling of something slipping away, okay, I'm going to do, oh, there it is, a shadow card. Yes, okay, this makes complete sense. The Eight of Swords is your shadow card. That is overthinking. The Eight of Swords, I think it's Jupiter and Gemini. It's being in a mental prison of your own making, but it's not, you know, often if you're empathic as well, you'll be like, why can't I get around this? Why do I do this to myself? That again is beating yourself up for it. Have compassion. Do you remember the angel card that said, nurture your relationships, have compassion and create a supportive and loving environment? Guess what? That starts with you. It starts with you. You are the most important person in this equation. And I think that's really important, because what that does is it grounds you. And being grounded is very powerful. If you want something without the positivity and the love behind it, it becomes a lack and it becomes a want. And to be wanting means you don't have something. Literally, that's what it means. So, oof, yes, here we go. It's important for you to move past what you feel you need to move past. And by God, have some of you got some stuff to move past. Right. Let's look at these next two cards. No wonder I felt like doing a random love reading today. Three of Swords. This is a pretty card. We like this card because it looks lovely, but the message is very powerful actually. When you have the Three of Swords as a card, there's old wounds and old heartbreak. And for those of you dealing with a King of Swords type person, it might be their old wounds and their heartbreak. Some of you are experiencing, and this is maybe something you're able to do, especially if you're a healer. And again, it's important to be able to draw this line. You can experience other people's feelings. You can experience other people's sorrows or other people's old wounds. Now, of course, this puts you in a very good position to be able to help. And under the right circumstances and with the right boundaries, you can. When it comes to the person you're dealing with, it would be helpful not to try and help them. I know that sounds really strange because unconditional love, etc. But it would be helpful to the situation not to try and help them. I don't know why yet. We're going to look. Because look, the next card is the Seven of Swords. We see somebody running away from something. Some of you may be moving towards somebody who is running away, or who is evasive, or who is difficult. For some of you, this is an ex. This is somebody from way back that you maybe haven't processed yet. And also, if you never got closure on that, and I'm always one to say that you never do get closure in life, not very often, on anything really. Things don't really, they don't open cleanly and they don't close cleanly. So it just feels that you may be stuck on a previous betrayal from the past with somebody. It could even go back to childhood, family things, how you grew up. Okay, it's all there. Very Powerful. Powerful reading this is. God, I wasn't expecting this. Were you expecting this? Let me know in the comments. Okay. What do we need to know? I don't even know what question to ask here, so I'm just going to say, what do we need to know? Okay. Oof. Very powerful. Oh, gosh. Right. Five of Swords, Venus in Aquarius, another Swords card. Some of you may be dealing with somebody who really finds it difficult to talk about their feelings. Some of you might be making a decision about how to deal with somebody who has found it difficult to talk about their feelings. This is only for one or two of you, but a few of you have written poetry about or for this person. Maybe you gave it to them. Maybe you wrote them a letter, because I'm getting a very strong, God knows where this comes from, really strong picture of a folded, like biro written letter, you know, handwritten letter. Sadly, not a wax seal, you know, I'm a wax seal girl. And it's quite long, actually. Maybe for some of you, if you have feelings that are almost toxic to you because you can't get it out of your head and you can't process it and you can't feel free of it, like the Fool, because of the Six of Cups, because of a tie, maybe you need to write a letter to yourself or to that person. I'm not saying you send this letter. In fact, I recommend you absolutely don't send this letter. But the act of writing it may get rid of just that particular yuckness. I don't even know what to call it, okay? Alongside it, we have this lovely Knight of Cups. Now, this is a beautiful card because somebody's coming forward. This is a card of offering. It's a gorgeous, romantic, lovely card. We want to see more of this. But this isn't done because you deserve it, or because you tried to get it, or because you made X, Y, and Z move for it. This is something done entirely of somebody else's will. And it has nothing to do with you helping them out of a spot. And a bit of bravery is needed here as well. Sometimes when we're trying to help somebody with their feelings, it makes us feel more in control. You have no control over this person, and that's very important to know. And if they approach you or initiate something that you have persuaded them into or helped them to find, it won't sit right. It won't last. It won't take right. This has to come out of nowhere. And that involves you stepping back a little. It's giving me a really itchy nose, so this is really important. Stepping back a little with this person and not looking for answers. Stop looking for answers and live in the solutions. And you don't even know what they are. Sometimes you can just get a feeling of a solution, and that is enough for now. Gosh. Okay, and taking two more cards, then I'm going to look at your best course of action, what to do next. It's a very yin reading, and it's a very yin situation for you. Yeah, it is that one. Okay. You get the Moon, first of all. The Moon it's quite a beautiful card. We're also looking at the fruition of something around the time of a full moon. So if you're asking for something without attachment to the outcome, or any Seven of Cups desperation or fantasy thinking, you're just literally letting it rise from you like a balloon. Try and do that when there's a new moon, okay? And know that results will come at full moons. Now, when this happens, and why my camera just did that, let me just put a switch on over here, otherwise we are going to run out of battery. God, it's one of those days today, isn't it? Know that the moon cycle is very important. This has come up a few times, okay? So I'm going to put that back on. This has come up a few times, and it's almost kind of manifesting 101. You know, you put your desires out there when the moon is new, when everything is blank, when everything is renewing, and they come to fruition at this sort of large, watery full moon, okay? This is the result, but you also get it with the 9 of Pentacles. And this is you literally watering your own garden, being your own ambassador, not feeling alone when you're alone. It's very interesting that, and I do feel, I'm just going to grab another card about it. God, you're just making me think of all my decks today. There they are. Right, I just want to take one more shadow card about that feeling of loneliness or feeling alone, so that you can, I just want you to get past it, really. Leave me a comment in the comment section if it's not too private, and just let me know, because not just because you're going to feel better, but I feel like it's the key to your happiness in your love life, or with this person, or with the next person, or whatever it is. It's the key to happiness. Yes. What unhealthy habits do I have, and what are they masking? With this, what I'm getting is a sense of needing to lean forward and control. We all have this, and I think we have it more if we're an empath, because as an empath, we have some sort of understanding of how chaotic life is, how valuable life is, and how changeable life is in particular. Ironically, a lack of control and a stepping back is where it's at for you in how to move forward. Tell us more about how to move forward, please. I get writing and verse and journaling as well for you. I don't know if you're reading a lot, if you're reading a lot of poetry, if you're reading novels or writing it or something. Or journaling. I'm just getting a lot of words for you. I feel like it's very good for you as well. Gosh, I like these cards. Okay, so this is how to proceed, okay? And we start with justice and the measuring of things, which is how we started the reading, isn't it? You've got your non-negotiables. You know, justice is a Libran card, it's a Venus card, and we like that. But it's also a very fair card, obviously. But it's also with the scales and working out the non-negotiables. In court, there are certain non-negotiables in the legal system, otherwise nobody would know where they stood. Boundaries are going to come into it. I know, they came into it a lot for Taurus last year. Well, all of this year, but I feel like they're coming into it for everybody. And also you weighing up where you are in this situation, your part in this situation, and more importantly, where you want to be. Weirdly, and this is a complete contradiction, the more you let go of control, the more control you will have. I didn't make the rules. The Empress. 2 female strong archetypes. Justice and the Empress. This is organically strong. This is your feminine strength. The 9 of Pentacles that you got earlier is also your feminine strength. It's not a card of action in particular. It's not a yang card. It's not a dashing across the beach card. It's a twilight card, and it's a moon card, and a feeling of knowing yourself. I would say also some body work would be good, like somatic work, where you're literally, I was watching a video the other day by Peter Levine, and he was talking about people who've experienced trauma. A lot of empaths have experienced trauma. Don't know why. If anyone does, let me know in the comment section. He was talking about literally putting one hand here underneath where your heart is, and try not to bash my microphone, one hand here, and just recognizing your own container, that your body is containing you, that you are safe. I feel like there's a lesson in that, in this femininity, which I think that your feminine energy in the situation that you've been in may have been allowed to seep over into other things, or other people may have asked too much of you that you didn't feel you could say no to. Okay, this is a turning point in that there is a connection that you recognize, you feel, and there are things that you want in this relationship or in a relationship. But what you're doing first is feeling out where you begin and where you end, so that you don't entirely gift that to somebody who may not deserve it, so that you can make a decision and measure who does deserve it. There's some real alchemy and magic in that. God, I love this reading. Okay, in the extended reading, I'm going to use another deck. I'm going to do a love reading for your person. So like on the other side of this, how do they feel about you? I'm going to do some shadow cards for them. What's going on behind the scenes with them? And I just have a feeling there will be a lot of quirky channeling going on of random things, which as yet, I don't know. Okay, this is very interesting. The fourth card came up. Wow. We need a fifth card, and it's that one. Oh, it feels weird. Oh, nice. Okay. Interestingly, the first card we get is nurture. Obviously very important. The Empress as well, of course, a card of nurture. Nurture your relationships like blooming flowers, they will flourish. This does not mean give. It's not leaning forward, it's not controlling, it's not giving, it's... And I still maintain this, that you nurture your relationship with yourself to the max and let yourself glow. That's what I get. And with that in mind, that's your charisma. Love flows to you, you radiate charisma. Okay? Yes. Now, we do have secrets. And the moon does indicate secrets, and the Seven of Swords as well. Something is hidden. Someone may not be being truthful to you. Keep that in the back of your pocket, okay? Again, you've got to check in with yourself and believe your own intuition about that. If you feel it, you're right. Don't dismiss it. And then we have the Star. God, I love this card. Your hope and optimism are a powerful love magnet to you right now. I'm very excited, and I'm excited about building it. I'm excited about the manifestation that you're capable of. And then celebrate. And this could be a time of year card as we change into the new year. Today, celebrate the love you share with those who matter most. And it doesn't have to be with champagne. It can be stroking the cat. It doesn't matter. It could be stroking your own hair. Literally stroking your own body, making contact with yourself. That is your first port of call. Loving yourself is your first port of call. And it's also your best course of action, weirdly, to get what you want. oh, I'm very excited. I'm going to get another cup of tea, go and get yourself a drink. I'm going to go do the extended. If you're going to do the extended, I will see you there with your drink and your maybe hot water bottle and elasticated trousers, and we will dig in and channel. Otherwise, do hit the like button, leave me a comment, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.